Ones. I wanted to hop on today and share with you another one of the key facets that I find really important and helpful in navigating this world as human beings. I was talking to some friends and dear ones recently this past weekend, and I really believe one of the things that we humans struggle with most is the ability to hold space for paradox. And what I mean by that is I find that we as humans really struggle to hold space for the both and. We like to live in the world of dichotomies, of either or, of right or wrong, or black or white, or up or down, masculine or feminine, right? We live in this dynamic of polarity of wanting to create life in boxes, right? Where there is a very clear right or wrong, yes or no. And I find that in our emotional landscape, it's really difficult for us to hold space for complex and nuanced emotions all at the same time. Now, a mindfulness practice that I want to share with you today is the cultivation of dual awareness. Now, this practice is inviting us to hold space for multiple realities, multiple truths, multiple experiences at the same time. For example, let's say we are navigating grief, and let's say you recently have lost someone you love. Now, in that experience of grief, there can be immense heartbreak, right? Where literally the sensation of your body feels like your heart is broken. There might be a depth, a pit to your chest. There might even be some visuals or images that come up in this experience. While you are noticing and observing this experience of heartbreak, you might also be noticing that there might be parts of your heart that experience gratitude, that this individual that you loved and knew in this world, that gratitude for having them in your life. You may also be experiencing simultaneous anger at the world that they're no longer here, anger at them for choices or behaviors that they may have engaged in that led to a shortened time here on this planet. The idea is holding space for all of these emotional experiences at the same time, right? It's not that our heartbreak is more important than our gratitude, or our gratitude is more profound than our anger, but it's about how do we expand out our emotional capacity to hold nuances of emotional truths at the same time. Now, there can be mindfulness practices that help us navigate these emotional truths, right? Where we get to notice different sensations that arise, different emotions that arise, different memories that come up in our mind's eye. And we can hold space for that. We can notice the arising of, let's say, our body being flooded by heat and anger. And we can notice that, not push it away. We can hold space for it, and we can check in, what else are we experiencing? What else am I experiencing in this moment? Where you can experience, let's say, a trigger or a charge, a memory that feels overwhelming, and you can remember that you are in the present moment, that you are, let's say you are here in 2021, it just turned November 2021, and listening to that song reminds me of this relationship that I cherished with this human that I loved that is no longer here on this planet. Right? So that's where we get to notice live time experiencing grief and remembering that we are here now in the present moment, and we are not getting flooded by past memories, past emotions, past experiences. Right? That's one of the key attributes of trauma. Right? Trauma is when our past becomes present, and we live as if the past unfolding is unfolding in the present moment. So the more we get to cultivate this practice of dual awareness, we get to remember that the past is in the past, the present is in the present, and that we can hold awareness for both truths simultaneously. That our awareness of the present doesn't mitigate our pain or our heartbreak or our emotions that are connected to the past. Just as remembering the past doesn't have to negate any joy or happiness or experience in the present moment. Both can be true simultaneously. If you're interested in learning more about this practice of dual awareness, I invite you to join me on my next adventure of Rising Strong Through the Chakras, which will begin in January 2022. It's about one of the key phrases in Rising Strong Through the Chakras. It's how to transform trauma and create a life of inner freedom in 90 days. So it's a 3-month journey that we'll share together, and we'll explore lots of different practices that help us transform our relationship to trauma, help us move through it so that we can create more agency, change, and resilience in the present moment. I'd love to hear from you. If you're interested, reach out, and I'll see you all again soon. Take care.